Probably gonna get off of here, but I just wanted to jump on real quick and just tell you how much I made. And I'm gonna get a drink before I go home. Probably Baja Blast. How did you do, Heather? That person modified their tip. The person where they didn't give them all the food. I think that I'm gonna go on. I'll go live tomorrow. No, she left $1. Hi, Bush. I just finished an order. $20. It was $22 for 4 miles. I don't remember. I think I'm gonna go live on Sunday, and that'll be my last day going live. At least for the foreseeable future. Yeah. I just didn't want to be on live. Real tired. New here. You saw Nick's link. He's talking about Ohio Valley couponer. Myra. Welcome in. Sorry, I'm about to end my shift here soon. I'm gonna go home. But first, I have a stop I have to make. I've had a pretty good day today. Alright, I'm gonna tell you how much I made, but first I have to go somewhere really quickly. And then I'll tell you guys how much I made. I don't think I'm taking any more orders tonight. I think I've made enough. And I'll be right back. Hi, hero. I'm gonna tell you how much I made when I get back. Just give me a second. Alright, so I made $64.50 on DoorDash. $141.22 on Spark. On Uber I made $16.61. $64.81 on Instacart. $287.14. for the week. I mean, $356.25 on DoorDash. $698.73 on Spark. On Uber for the week, $163.15. And on Instacart, $87.28. Makes it $13.05.41. Which means I need to make $194 tomorrow. $200. Yeah, Myra. Yeah, especially if you only do it like part-time while your kids are in school and you have another income. It's definitely worth doing. That's how much I made this week. I only did one order, not on live. If I do another trip, I'll get $4 extra, but I don't think I will. Yeah. So I also got $10 on top of that, so whatever I just said plus $10. I'm gonna go get Baja Blast. Because I need to get one more for $14. I don't think I will do that tonight though. I also have an incentive to not earn $9 more, but that could be done tomorrow or the day after, so I'm not gonna worry about that. But I'm gonna go get Baja Blast. Yeah. So hopefully tomorrow's better. I'll be back out at 6 tomorrow. I'll be live probably around 6:30. And like I said, I don't know if you heard me at the beginning, but that will probably be my last day going live. At least for the foreseeable future. I didn't say exactly why, I just don't want to live stream. Like, I just don't want to right now. Hi, Alex. How are you? Am I good? I'm fine. I'm gonna get Baja Blast, and then I'll go home. Hi, Melanie. How are you? How is everybody? How is everybody doing? How is everybody do on their goal today? Did everybody make good on their goal? I hope so. Just eating pizza.
Hi, welcome to Taco Bell. Are you checking in with your app to earn reward points today?
No, can I just get a large Baja Blast?
Go to the second window.
Thank you. You made your goal today, Heather. I'm glad. It's not anything to be concerned of. It's just me not making assumptions, I guess you could say. I think it made it worse because I don't know if any of you guys were on when Matt Dasher went offline, but he was talking about Lauren, and that made it like 50 times worse. Hi, JG. How are you? I don't want to talk about it, JG, right now. On live stream. I'm just... It's not that. It's just, it hit home a little bit too close. And I didn't want to listen or hear that right now. Hi, just Roy. I did go and get new shirts. I don't want new shirts. I don't need new shirts. I don't need new clothes. I don't need to be fixed. I don't need new anything. I don't want new items. I don't need that. I just want to be me. I don't want to be changed. Um, Hi. I apologize. I got really heated. I don't like when people tell me what to do or how to live when they're not contributing to my wallet or to my areas. Anyways, that's not the point of this. Hi everyone, hi Just Roy, hi Fran, hi Nieces, hi Allison. I just got done telling everybody how much I made. I can't remember how much I made, to be frank with you. Hi Lana. I don't remember the number right off the top of my head. I think I want to say like right around 13, 15 for the weeks. Today specifically, 260 maybe. I don't remember. I don't remember. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm going to watch Dashing Trader, and I'm going to enjoy my last live stream tomorrow. And I don't think I'm gonna do any content after that. I just don't care anymore to be on live. I don't care to be around. I need some time to myself, and I need to figure out myself. I do love Baja Blast. However, this Baja Blast tastes funny. I think that guy, because he doesn't like me, the guy that works there doesn't like me. I'm gonna tell you why. This is probably gonna be weird. A long time ago, that guy that works at the Taco Bell over here, he used to live across the street from me. I don't know if he does anymore, but I have no idea. Anyways, one time I went in there and he was asking me about a guy that was coming over. He asked me who the guy was, if it was my brother. It was Josh, by the way, just to let you know, it was Josh that was coming over. And I was like, oh, it's Josh, or whatever. Well, whatever, it doesn't make a difference. I guess that he, like, kind of had a crush on him, and Josh is not gay, so. Ever since then, he's hated me. And I think he gives me Baja Blast Zero, because that's what it tastes like. I know that was really random, but that's why. Anyways, that's not the point. That Baja Blast tastes really bad. That's what the whole point is. It's not what JG said. It was just the fact of the bad timing. Because I was already irritated. And the last thing I wanted to hear was something as trivial as... Yeah, I have more clothes than I wear. But I wear my clothes based on my mood and how I feel that day. So yeah, if I wear the same clothes, it's because these specific clothes make me feel a certain way. I am very like that. I don't know why I'm like that, but I am. That's why sometimes you see me in weird clothes. That's why sometimes you see me in clothes that might not make sense. To me, it makes sense. I felt free today. I wear my pink butterflies. That's just how I feel. I wear a lot of my clothes based on that situation. And the fact that you said that just really irritated me because there are more than what I have. It's just those clothes don't fit my aesthetic. They don't fit how I feel for the day. They're not what I want to wear for the day. Well, the itching is real. The itching is real. It's the truth. That's my legs itch right now. Like that's an actual thing. I don't know why it does it. It's the same with like my bedding. I have to have specific bedding. I have to lay with a sleeping bag in my bed because I can't sleep like on a regular sheet. Nah, I can't. It makes my legs itch. I don't know why. It just does. I understand. It's just at the time I just couldn't handle it. At that time, like I was already irritated. All I wanted to do was come on, tell you how much I made, get Baja Blast, and then get off. But then the person in front of me at Taco Bell took 150 years. Because apparently they ordered the whole damn menu. I don't know what that was about. So to me, it was just too much for me at the time. And I couldn't take it. I'm a jokey person. But when I'm frustrated and annoyed already, and I've been crying, and I'm upset about something that I now have to go fix, essentially, and I'm overwhelmed, like when it comes down to my serious part of my life, I can't just flip back into jokiness. Like my emotions right now are completely turned off. Like I just don't have any emotions. I have nothing. That's why you see the way I see it. I can't hide when I'm upset because it shows 100%. Like I don't hide it very well. It shows 100% on my face. I have a resting bitch face as well. But I can't hide my emotions. It's just not something I can do. I would do that, Fran. But the thing is I get a lot of my personality from the comments. And I feed a lot of my jokes and a lot of my stuff based on the commentary and the feedback that you guys give. There's jokes that I say all the time, but you guys don't always, pick up on it, or it goes over your head, or nobody talks about it. So it's just a lot. And I appreciate all the comments, and I know I'm reading all the comments. It's just I'm not saying everything out loud, but I am reading them. I was reading them as you guys were waiting for me to go back over at Taco Bell. But for whatever reason, the person in front of me just decided to order the whole damn menu. So it was taking forever. I mean, I didn't say that it was permanent. It's just at this point, I just feel like I need to get my vibes back into check. I have to contact my spiritual advisor tonight because I have to get my vibes back in check. So that I can come in here and be on live with good vibes, with good positive energy. That's what I think. And you never know, tomorrow I might wake up and say, you know, we're going to go right back to what we were doing. I'm very in the moment on things, on how I feel. My intuition says to keep doing lives. But I have to get something solved, and I have to solve it tonight. And right now it's a waiting game, mainly, right now. And it's based on my lack of communication because I assume. I assume a lot of things. Yeah. So it'll all depend on, like, you see I'm itching? It's legitimate. Like, my legs are having a conniption. It'll have to, oh, you're fine, Heather, it's fine. I will be back on live at 9 tomorrow, most likely. I want to be there for the Super Bowl. I do. I'm good, Carl. How are you? I am Heather. Heather. I'll text you. Hero. I like live streaming. I do. I really do. And it's not you guys. It's not you guys. It's my personal life. I have my nanny who's at home who literally tells me that she needs a break, that she needs to go mentally recharge herself. I have my boys at home who miss me, that don't ever get to see me anymore because they used to sit in the car with me all the time last year. So we would spend time together. We would go out to eat together. We would do a lot of things. And then I have Josh, and our relationship is hard because we only get to see each other every 2 weeks at this point because of his job schedule and my job schedule. And there's nothing we can do about that. That's something that's set in stone for at least until we move in together. That's where my issues are right now. And on top of everything else, my child is, Christopher, is not doing well on his medication. And his medication's already skyrocketed. When I picked up his medication a couple of weeks ago, and his medication used to be like $16 and now it's almost $40. So that's an expense that I have to come up with now. On top of all of that, when they went to the doctor to get the flu test, apparently the flu test is not covered on her insurance. So I had to come up with $100 for that. So it's just a lot of stress behind the scenes. And I don't have another parent that's around. My ex-husband's a truck driver. And he doesn't come around. He doesn't really talk to the boys. If I'm being very honest with you. He doesn't talk to the boys. He doesn't have a relationship with them. And it really affects my kids because for the first 8 or 9 years of their life, he was in their life. And now he's not. And it really affects the boys. So I was hoping that Josh would step up a little bit quicker, but because he is going through a fucking divorce, mind you, it is hard for us to do anything because there is a situation in Mississippi, there is a law that says that if you have any type of relationship with anybody who is married, you can be sued. I could be sued by his ex-wife, who's not his ex-wife just yet, even though they are legally separated. And I would never came into the picture before they were separated. So that's a lot of the reason why Josh doesn't want to come on live with me, because give the judge a fucking reason to screw him over. There's another reason why we don't want to meet each other's children, because he's going through that, and I don't want to bring him into a situation or bring myself into his daughter's life and it either not work out or anything can happen. It's just a lot of stress. It is a lot of stress. I've asked myself, is this relationship really worth it? I don't have to explain myself, but when you know it's right, you know what's right. And I'll also say that if it doesn't work out between me and Josh, I will be just fine. As simple as it is. I am okay with the fact of it not working out. I'm okay with it working out, and I'm okay with it not working out. Because I've accepted the fact that it might not. Multiple times. Because I just don't care at the end of the day. I don't care to have another relationship with anybody else. I don't want to. I'm perfectly fine. I was perfectly fine before him, and I'm perfectly fine now. It's as simple as it is. And when I say perfectly fine, I mean perfectly fine without having a relationship with somebody else. With my children and everything else, and my nanny and everything else, it's been rough. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. I was in a marriage for 10 years. I got married when I was 19. I was in a marriage for 10 years. And the entire time I was married, I was the one who paid the bills. I was the one who kept a job. I was the one who took care of the kids. I was the one who cooked. I was the one who cleaned. I was the one who managed the finances. I was the one who did everything. My entire marriage. So I've already done the whole, taking care of somebody for 10 years. I don't feel like I have to take care of Josh, because I could tell you just based on the very few interactions I've had with him when it comes to a monetary sense, honestly, he just seems to be... He is just one person. He's basically me in a man's body. He acts exactly like me. He doesn't ask for help for anybody. He's does everything on his own. He pays his bills, takes care of his kid, cleans the house, cooks. He's just... Our mindsets are the same. We act the same. Like, anytime I talk to him or hang out with him, I feel like I'm hanging out with the male version of myself. And it's very weird. I've never felt that with anybody in my life. And he sees, Fran just sent me your number on Facebook. I will message you here soon when he sees. There's a lot on one person. Yeah, I just feel like there's a reason why I hired my nanny. There's a reason why I hired my nanny. And the reason why I hired my nanny was so that I knew that I was having... Because I work at 2 different universities right now. I declined working at the second university for the next 2 years because I felt like the stress was getting too much. Now, I only teach online at that university, but I felt like the pay was not worth the time and the effort. To be completely 100% frank with you. Don't apologize for wanting to put yourself first. Yeah. You know when you probably have all felt this. You know when, like, you make a really big deal out of something, and then you kind of retrospect yourself, and then, like, later on think about it, and then, like, the thing that you made a big deal out of sounds so silly when you say it out loud. My son did that the other day. My son was telling me something. He was making an excuse for something. I can't remember what he said, but he was making some type of excuse about why he didn't do something. And so I don't like excuses. I don't like excuses because I'm not an excuse person. There's a billion excuses I could use to not go out and do deliveries and work. But at the end of the day, that's not going to get me any far in life. So I was asking him, I said, okay, I think it was Jacob that was asking me. And I told him, I said, Jacob, say what you just said out loud and tell me how you think it sounds. So he sat there and he said whatever it was. I don't remember what it was. And he said it out loud and he kind of looked at me and he was like, man. It's like, well, now that I think that what I said was kind of stupid. That's kind of how I feel on a lot of things. I assumed when my nanny told me yesterday that she needed time to go out, I assumed that Josh would want to come over. Apparently, Josh had plans. And he planned on coming over, but he is currently too inebriated to drive. And I got upset because he told me that he could not drive because he's been drinking with his buddies all day. And I got upset. And now that I think about it, That's why I got upset. Because I made plans for her, but I never actually asked Josh if he wanted to come over, if he had any type of plans. And he went out or whatever and has been drinking pretty much all day. Hi, Dirty Second Deb. How are you? And I got mad because he told me that he cannot drive because he had too much to drink today. I'm tired. I am very tired. So I guess that's the whole reason why, I guess. What? I got mad and upset. There's other things to that story, but I don't want to talk about it. But that was the main whole reason. No, I made my money. I'm pretty good. I only need to make like $180 or so on for tomorrow. Yeah. Which the crazy thing is I've never heard of Josh drinking so much that he couldn't drive. I've known him over a year now. He's never drank in front of me before. So it makes me think there's a reason why. You get mad at your husband because he's in a stopper or bender. Women's intuition. Oh. Yeah. Well, I've never known Josh to drink. And we've gone out drinking before. Multiple times. And he's never drank to the point that he can't drive. Just makes me think. People drink for a variety of reasons. I used to be a really bad drunk. A lot of the times I would drink to forget things because I didn't want to deal with situations. He's with his buddies playing games. Mm. When I used to drink, it was because my ex overwhelmed me so much that I felt like I had to drink to deal with the situation and deal with the stress. Luke, I stopped drinking in 2019 after Costa Rica. After going to Costa Rica, I stopped. When I came back to the United States, I didn't drink for over 2 years until I met him. When I met Luke, I had to because he was so stressful. He was a narcissist. He was so stressful that I had to because he just stressed me out all the time, no matter what. So I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking too much into it. Maybe I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't mean to take up your guys' time or make you feel bad or upset about me. I don't like that feeling. But tomorrow I'll be on at 6. I'll be on at 6 a.m. Thank you, Hero. Thank you, Dirty Stack and Deb. I would, but if I do that, Nieces, and close my eyes on live stream, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know why. It's okay. I understand and I get it. It's just this year has been hard. I am strong. I'm strong-willed, like my mom. I'm very strong-willed. Yep. If you gave me a big hug right now, I'd probably cry. I'd probably cry. Regular Baja Blast. I swear that's not that can't be regular Baja. Every time I go there, and that dude gives me the Baja Blast, it has never tasted right. Ever. I think he does it on purpose. Yeah, Baja Blast will make you poop. Hero, I'll be here tomorrow. I will be on live for Super Bowl. Fran, that is true. Or when someone says don't look right now, but someone's checking you out. Baja Blast is great. I love Baja Blast. Code Red. I've never had Code Red, but my nanny bought that yesterday. She got the new Dr. Pepper Blackberry. You're moving to Baja? Very controversial and will be shunned from everyone. Pepsi Zero. Love it. Drew? Pepsi Zero? Pepsi Zero. I don't even like regular Pepsi or Coke. Fran, not the last customer, but the customer before, they got 24 packs of Diet Mountain Dew, and I thought of you. Diet Coke with whiskey. It tastes like Diet Pepsi, supposedly Pepsi zero sugar. Look, I don't even like Pepsi. Pepsi makes my teeth feel weird. Makes my teeth feel wooden. So I don't like them. We didn't talk about you moving to Baja. I don't drink pop, haven't had in a year. Unsweetened iced tea or water and coffee. I do drink a lot of water. I have had, I think, 24 packs of soda in a different order of 62 liters. Someone used to do that in Huntsville during the pandemic. They bought a bunch of the 12 packs and the 2 liters to resell at their convenience store. They would do it like weekly. Chick-fil-A Sunjoy. Chick-fil-A is right behind me. 22 or 62 liters. Gross. By the way, that customer who came back to my car because supposedly she was missing her order. Like, I'm supposed to know what's on her order and check it. Apparently, she modified her tip down to $1. From $5 to $1. Because I could not physically do anything for her. Both were businesses. One tips awesome, the other tips. The other one I eventually found out they tipped $5. It was the 2-liter one. Gross. That's nasty. Half unsweet tea, half lemonade. You love Arnold Palmer's. She's a clown. Crazy customer. People are crazy. Well, the thing is that order I should never have taken. That stupid taco order, because the gate was closed and didn't work. And Yes, hero, you can. Yeah. Do I know who Drew is? I'm assuming Dashing Maverick. Or maybe it could be somebody else. Oh, it's an easy address to remember. Very easy address to remember. Yeah, because they had, 1, the gate was closed. 2, they had a code. 3, they had a, it was a hand it to me. 4, they came out to my car and asked me where the rest of their food was. Like, I want to eat. 1, I don't eat at that restaurant because the last time I ate at that restaurant, there was cockroaches crawling on the tables. So I don't eat at that restaurant. And I'm definitely not going to eat from that restaurant on a delivery. Seeing the cockroaches, come out of the little flower pot thing or whatever. No, thank you. I'm good. So, no. Juan Drew? Is that Spark Drew? He forever known as Dashing Maverick. Oh, it's Sparks Drew Adventures. I've never seen your channel. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. Borderline, hello. How are you? Who is have mentioned before? Macy's? I'm not sure what you mean by that. What up, Drew? Just Roy Delivery? Or just Drew Delivery? I like it. Alex, have you been? My good sir, haven't seen you in a while. Alex has been doing interviews. Okay? Alex has been busy. Fixing people's dryers and their washers. Drew is a Spark Drew Adventures. Okay, we call him Juan or Spark Drew. Never seen your channel, unfortunately. I should look at it though. She has, but I haven't taken the initiative to do that. I'll change it to just Drew Delivery. JDD. Look, that restaurant pays hella good. And this just happened, by the way. Like a week ago. Last Sunday dinner. Just Kaylee Delivery? No. No, I can't be just Kaylee Delivery. That's not my aesthetic. Yeah. I've never seen them come out of the bags or whatever, but I did see it come off of a flour tortilla container. Yeah, Drew, miss your lives. Just Fran Delivery. I can see that. I know Nieces is so... I am so famous that y'all have to mention me. It's great. No, that's Fran. Just Alex Delivery. No, Alex has been delivering his body parts. Remember, Fran, when we were talking about tender is DoorDash for body parts. Yeah, Alex is that. Okay. Alex is just Tinder without Tinder for body parts with other people on DoorDash, apparently. I have to go potty. And as much as I would love to share all the moments of my life with you, peeing my pants is not one thing I want to share with you guys. Ever. So I'm gonna go potty because I'm right here at Chick-fil-A. Since you guys mentioned Chick-fil-A, I'll be right back. You know, the one good thing about the Chick-fil-A bathrooms is you don't have to worry about walking in there and somebody peeing on the baby table. Or, you know, being excessively nasty. Just saying. Okay, so sorry if it's offensive, but Lordy, that sorry sounded so good. It was on purpose. No, that's how I say sorry. It's just how I say sorry. I don't know why. I don't know why I say it like that, but people have told me that. I'm not from Canada. I've never been to Canada. I've never been really to the north. But that's just how I say sorry. Wandrew is the cutest redhead in Minnesota. Alex has stock in Plan B mini shares. He must have because he's getting a Plan B every single day. He has them on hand now. Sorry, I took my sleep meds before I hopped on here. No, you're fine. Tomorrow, I'm taking my 5-year-old granddaughter with you. That sounds fun. Hero, they're going fast. I know. Yeah, I stopped doing a lot of lives just in case my Walmart decides to not like me recording anymore. Are you recording like on your, or on like on your body, or in the cart? Because I just put my phone in the cart. There's only like one person that's ever said anything, and he was like, I don't care. Yep. Deb. Old Cooter biscuits. Oh, Fran, I'm blushing. A beautiful baby boy. Deb, that's confidential. It's okay, Kaylee. that you have never seen my channel. It's getting boring lately. And no, there's no channel that's boring because everybody in the gig economy have a different story to say. You are not gonna be able to copy anybody in the gig economy. Well, I can't say that because there is somebody who did. There is somebody who did try to copy somebody in the gig economy. But for the most part, everybody's story is different. Everybody has a unique, different thing that they bring to the gig economy. I live in Tupelo, Mississippi. I don't know anybody else that does gig work in Tupelo. Maybe there is. I've never seen anybody do it. I heard Drew. DoorDash for body parts, yes. Tinder is DoorDash for body parts. And Alejandro has been on MySpace recently doing interviews from people. And then he decided to start using his DoorDash account as a dating website. I didn't make this up. This is what Alex said. Alex, for the past couple of days, has been saying that this is what he's been doing. What's the base pay? Apparently the base pay is $100 for 20 minutes. But at first, Alex didn't say if it was $100 or if it was 100. He just said 100 for 20 minutes. Just saying. I don't think my Walmart would actually care, but why take the chance? Right, Alex? I will message you later, nieces. I will. Don't want to risk it if you don't want to. Good night, nieces. Sorry to make you blush, Juan. Yeah, I also realize it's probably better since I'm monetized. I don't plan on ever being monetized. Hero, how was your day? I am open for the ladies since I am the youngest in this community. Are you younger than 25? Always clean. Yes. Yes, Drew. I had a horrible experience yesterday. No, on Thursday. Everybody knows I go to McDonald's and go to the bathroom. There's a McDonald's right next to the Walmart. So I go and I cruise over there every single day. I had a horror scene. I walk into the bathroom. I go up to my favorite stall. It's the one with the baby table. I go in there. The baby table is down, and there's currently very orange pee. Very, very orange pee. Like, and I'm telling you, this baby table is high. It's probably about 4 feet off the ground, at least. And we're talking about the girls' restroom, by the way. The girls' room. Full of pee. It was like somebody exploded pee everywhere. It was so bad that I had to leave. I had to leave the bathroom because there was suspicious liquid everywhere. But you could tell that somebody peed on the baby seat. Or the baby table thing. Yeah. It was horrible. And I just had to think, what horrible person decides to pee on a baby table at McDonald's? Who does that? They should be arrested. That's what I said. They should be arrested. Hero's giving you the silent treatment tonight. My dad was good. I hope yours was too, debating on how long work is tomorrow. I was typing. My channel has what I call cart cams. Literally shows me pull the cart and you can watch me pull items off the shelf. That's a lot. Alex better restock. They better restock before they ban Plan B. Watch Sonic 3 with your son. Good stuff. See, but it's hard to stay home with the puppy waiting for come on the TV. I stocked up on washers and dryers. Yeah, we know. Lots of washers and dryers. What's crazy is I actually have like 5 or so people come up to me in my city saying they have watched my videos. It's so cool, fuzzy, warm feeling. I've never had anybody tell me they watched my live stream or my videos. Or anybody else in here. But I don't talk to a lot of the gig workers here because I've only been in this zone for like less than 2 years. So I don't talk to anybody that does gigs. Besides there's one person I know personally, but they started doing gigs like a couple months ago. But they do mainly Amazon Flex. Because they had a trucking company, but they have a bunch of other stuff. They make good money. Do you know now? What if it's 21 minutes? Look, you have to ask Alex because I'm not the one that comes up with the prices. I'm not the one that, I'm not qualified. Then I downloaded the digital. See, I don't know if that blocked anybody, but I didn't mean to do it. Then I downloaded the digital version, but it should be on Paramount Plus. Damn, you expensive. Define Cougars. Roy depends. $25 exactly. Joy is as old as my babes. You got to like old cooter biscuits to like some of this lady. That's why she asked if Drew was 25. Yeah, that's why I asked you if you're 25. Look, to some people, a hole is a hole. I heard that in prison a lot. Like, you know, I talked to a lot of the inmates when I was in the prison. And I would ask them, is a hole a hole? That's one of the prison things that they would say. They would say, a hole is a hole. I didn't come up with the concept. The inmates did. Or Taco Bell had... Gross. There was somebody in my hometown of Huntsville, and it was at Walmart, and somebody decided to have a moment in the bathroom and get it all over the place, and I guess the manager got pissed off because it was like excessive, like everywhere on the wall, you know. It was a horror scene of poop. Anyways, they decided to post it on one of the like Facebook groups and basically tried to expose the person who supposedly created the mess. We'll just say that. I wish I could go back and erase that image from my head. Because that was intense. I'm just saying, that was intense. Super intense. Is it McDonald's? No, it's Chick-fil-A. Did you hear that rats are getting birth control now? What? You are both 25? Depends on what month they're born in. I don't really talk to gig workers either, to be honest. No, I don't talk to them because, like, to me, I don't have anything to talk to them about. Because if you're in my zone, we're competition. If you're in California and we just happen to be online at the same time, you aren't affecting me, I'm not affecting you. Okay? I don't know. Or Alex can have them swallow. A hole is a hole. A hole is a hole. In prison, they what do they say? Prison, there's no such thing as gay. Preferred holes. I mean, that's one thing I learned in prison. A hole is a hole, apparently. I never saw it personally, but I did know of officers who saw it personally. Got shows, free shows of Hole is a Hole, the show. But, I don't know. I don't know. A lot of the inmates I would go up to and I would say, is a hole? And they would be like, no. Very blatantly no. But you could tell that they really wanted to say yes, but they just don't want to be gay. Or be perceived as gay, because being perceived as gay means you have to go to the alternative lifestyle dorm, which was 1 and 3 dorm. It wasn't officially called the alternative lifestyle dorm, but I could tell you I never wrote masturbation cases there. I never ever had to write one time, at any time in 1 or 3 dorm, a masturbation case. The entire time I worked at the prison. So that would tell me either they're just really in control of themselves, or that's the alternative lifestyle dorm. Just saying. You are barely younger than my girl. Let's go easy W's with a straight face. Yeah, that was our Taco Bell. I walked out, told the cashier they did not go clean it, and I will never use their bathroom again because you might get crabs. It's bad. That happened at 7-Eleven in Huntsville too. I had to tell the cashier, and it took all my strength to not laugh, because it was another impressive one. People in public in public restrooms cannot handle their shit. I don't know why. They just can't do it. There's something going on in public bathrooms in America where people can just not deal with it. It's like they took poop jokes and made it like a reality. Like an art piece. No, poop stays in toilets and goes to the sewer. It's not art. Stop trying to make it art. No, we don't need all that. We just need it in the sewer. Sometimes, story time with Kaylee. Hey, I got where did my juice box go? I got my juice box from earlier. They didn't have any soda at Nuke's. All they had was juice and water. Popcorn. So I only handled male inmates, never women. Yep. Never women. I wouldn't dare do a women's facility. I heard too many stories. You think I want to strip search vaginas? And buttholes? No, thank you. And that's coming from a bisexual woman. I could never. They have restrooms at 7-Eleven. They do. Fran, you didn't hear my Picasso shipping. Fran, you didn't hear my story about the worst day of my life in the prison? You didn't hear that story? They don't have them in 7-Elevens in California. Look, California's a whole nother breed. California's a whole nother breed of weird. I had to wear a mask in California in 2022. No, I heard about that story. Oh, you heard about the inmate who thought he was gonna have a happy ending, and he found out really quickly. Oh, the women. I'm not vaccinated. Look, Alex, I didn't ask her vaccination status. No, when I was doing truck driving in 2022, they still made me wear masks in California to get out of the truck and back it up. What? Yeah, oh, yeah, you were there. Yeah, that one was real. That was the worst day. No, it ties with another day, but that was my boss. The women are crazier because they all sync. They all sync their periods together, and women, they sit and they stew about things. And like Hero said the other day, hell hath no fury. And he can finish that sentence. That is like a woman's prison. And secondly, there was no women prisons in the vicinity of where I lived. The only female facility that they have, and they only have females temporarily, and it's because they're driving from Gatesville, which is where death row for females are, because death row is different for females. They are in Gatesville, Texas. Male inmates are in Livingston, Texas. But when, for example, a woman gets pregnant or has to have some type of medical procedure, typically pregnancy related, when they're about to go into labor or about to have a baby, they transport them from Gatesville to Galveston. But you have to do it in a certain amount of time. Typically, a lot of the babies are born via induction at 39 weeks. And when they're born at 39 weeks, they usually do all that and they start transporting them over there. But you can't pregnant women cannot ride in a car longer than a certain amount of time. I believe it's 3 hours. I think it's 3 hours from Gatesville to the Goree unit. The Goree unit temporarily houses female inmates, which is very effing ironic because the Goree unit in Huntsville, Texas, is the sexual offender rehabilitation program, and they house the females there. And the sex offender rehabilitation program is the only thing that's at Goree unit, by the way. Because the only inmates there are sexual offenders who are supposedly going through rehabilitation. So why the hell they thought that females should be temporarily housed there is beyond my reasoning. But anyways, they have to go there for the overnight stay, and then they drive them the other 3 hours to Galveston from Huntsville. So yeah. If you didn't know how babies work, that's how they work. All babies are born in Galveston to be given to a family member, the biological father, or an adoption plan. Our governor is a real moron, Gavin Newsom. I'm doing 9 to 5 tomorrow, hoping to make some money. I'm going to say goodnight. Good night, Deb. The senator is even worse. She's about 86. Yep. I find it very ironic that they would. Now the females, they don't go out of their cells. They put them in a cell. In their own little cell. They don't get like day room time or rec time or anything like that because they don't want to intermingle the sexual offender rehabilitation program with females. So they just get locked up there for the night and then transported in the daytime. But they do cause a lot of issues because a lot of the officers don't know how to handle females. Male officers are not even allowed to work. If a female is on the run or in the housing unit, males can't even work there. They don't let them. The only female officers can work in the dormitories and in the places where they're at. Females are treated very much differently than males in the prison. Mainly because in the male prisons, you call them offender, whatever, by their last name. Inmates that are female aren't called by their last name. Female inmates are called by their first name only. And the reason for that is because there's so many domestic violence cases and people who are married to their abusers that if you supposedly call them by their name or whatever, their last name, that could be triggering. So you don't call female inmates by their last name. Only by their first name. And they're handled with a lot of different care. A lot of different care. We do go over how to deal with female officers or female inmates because there's been times where females had to be moved to different prisons because of flooding and bad conditions in the prisons, because most of the prisons in Texas, there was 120 of them. I think they're down to like 100 now. But most of the prisons in Texas are old. Built in like the 1880s, the 1850s. And all they do is they go in there and they repaint every once in a while they'll repaint the bars. And when they repaint the bars, all the inmates do is pick it off and re-expose all the asbestos and whatever the hell is in the prison from the 1850s. That's all they do. That's all they literally do. They go in there when it's ACA. ACA is the American Corrections Association to get accredited or whatever. And when ACA comes in, all they do is paint the bars, paint the floor where the run is, and paint everything. And that's how they pass the ACA bar and accreditation. Because when ACA is in there, holy moly, it is a nightmare. The books have to be all fixed because nobody does their job ever. The people that are supposed to be doing their job doesn't do their job. So the books have to be fixed because they go through everything. The books, the gas, the restraints, the keys, the armories, the sally ports, the procedures, pickets, all that stuff. Anyways, it's interesting about the names. Yeah, they just come up with that. But when you go through academy, you do learn about female offenders and the different policies that female offenders have. The female offenders have a lot more freedom to do a lot of things. They have access to, they can have curling irons. They can have blow dryers. They can have salons where they can dye their hair. They can have access to makeup. They have access to a lot of things, but they can get a lot of those stuff taken away as well. I know that inmates now have access to tablets in TDCJ. Every inmate is assigned a tablet now, as well as a fan, because there's no air conditioning in any prison. I mean, there are air conditioning in certain parts of the prison, but where the inmates reside, they don't have them. There's a lot of things about prison. I could sit here and talk all day and still have more things to say about the prison system, especially in Texas, because I worked there for 5 years. I have story after story after story after story after story. I have story about coworkers, story about how they got caught having sex with inmates, drug trafficking and stuff into the prisons. Let's see what else. Just crazy. Like, you couldn't even imagine. Trustees. And now trustees, I have to tell you, because you guys don't know what trustees are. Trustees are inmates who live outside of the walls, the prison wall. So when you're in a prison, you have two different, like, if you've ever seen, like, Shawshank Redemption, you know how they have the two fences, and then they have, like, no man's land, where they have the rocks and stuff. They have barbed wire on the two fences or whatever. So when we're talking about trustee inmates, they don't live inside those things. They just live in dorms just next to the prison. The trustees are inmates who deal with the warden, their families, the captains, the majors, because the major, the captain, the wardens, and their families live on the prison property. They live in the BOQs or the BOTs. The BOTs are the places where the family lives with the officers, with, like, the high-ranking officers, warden, captain, majors, sometimes lieutenants, if you can get it. But the warden, majors, and captains are required to live on prison property. They have BOQs, which are over in the other side. Those are the officers who live on prison property. Those are just officers. Sometimes sergeants, sometimes officers. Usually those are people who are just regular officers that don't have housing. Because if you didn't know, TDC will give you housing to work at their house. A lot of the Nigerian workers that they bring in to work for the state live in the BOQs, or live in basically like dorms on the prison property. I went to that prison. They do paranormal overnights there. Shawshank Redemption? Is that what you're saying? Or a prison in general? I worked at Lovelady. I worked in Lovelady, but I worked at Eastham. Eastham is the prison that Bonnie and Clyde lived in at Eastham. He escaped from Eastham. The warden's quarters with bats. Yikes. Ugh. Anyways, the trustees, those are people who go and they clean for the wardens. They clean for the BOQs. Those are people who are trusted. Trusted is the key there. A lot of the escapes from TDCJ are from the trustee camp, which is kind of sad, because the trustee camp, or whatever, the trustees or whatever, a lot of those are about to be released, because you can't go to the trustee camp without being on a parole plan, essentially. You have to be within a certain amount of time of being eligible for parole, and you can't have any violent crime. You can't have any cases. I mean, a lot of people in there are definitely that are in the trustee camp are definitely people who are trying to get out of the prison eventually. That's where they filmed parts of the movie. Gotcha. I didn't know that. But yeah, I can sit here and talk all day about prison. I love the prison. I learned a lot in the time that I was there. I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about a lot of things. I learned a lot about men and how to deal with them. I learned a lot about all kinds of things in the prison. I learned about how sneaky people can be. I learned about chemicals. I learned how to mix chemicals. I never mixed chemicals ever in my life. Like to clean, because for a while I was on an assignment with cleaning crew. There's a working prison right next to it. Yep. But Eastham is now renamed Wainwright Prison. But I will never call it Wainwright because it was never Wainwright to me. It was Eastham State Prison. There was a farm out there. Am I okay? I'm just alive at this point. I'm just alive. But it'll be okay. It'll be okay. It was Missouri. My sister is in an active addiction right now. I don't know if she's sobered up, but the last time I saw her, she was in an extreme active addiction. And she almost went to prison. She got caught with fentanyl and Xanax. I don't know exactly what she is. I know that she pled guilty to a felony. Missouri or Mississippi. Mississippi only has I think Mississippi only has 3 prisons. None of them are close to me. I don't think they are, at least. They closed one of the prisons. They had 4, and they closed one of them down. I can still smell the prison smell. And after a while, you get used to it. But prison smells horrible. You get used to it after a while, but I'm glad that I don't never have to go back to the prison as a job. I know people who still do the prison as a job, still to this day. So, same unit. They tell me all the time about what they experience. Prison does give you good benefits, though. I'll say that they have your back for sure. They definitely have your back. A lot of the unions and everything that you pay into, the dues and whatnot, They definitely have your back. It's very hard to get fired from TDC. Actually, they don't even have the ability to fire you at TDC. You can resign on your own volition, but they can't fire you. You have to be fired from like really high up. Yeah, lockup is a little bit different because it is jail. Jail is a complete whole different story. Jail is a whole different procedure. Prison is very, very rigid, very, it's very rhythmic. Very, very rhythmic. You have a schedule, and those inmates are very scheduled as well. Very, very scheduled. They had all the gangs and stuff. I was an SCG sergeant very briefly. If you don't know what SCG sergeant is, a security threat group sergeant, which is gangs, prison gangs. That's what I did. That's what I did. These were the bad prisons. I worked in a maximum security prison. I didn't work on that side. I didn't work on the in segregation. My ex-husband worked in segregation, and you can't work at in the same department on the same shift. And he was third shift, I was second shift. But I would never do jail. I was crazy enough to do prison, but jail is a whole nother level. I will never work at Ellis either. No, thank you. At Ellis Unit in Huntsville, they just now have 17-year-olds that are staying so they can transition to prison. No. Couldn't get me to do that because the issue is under 18, they have a lot of privileges. A lot of privileges. They have Xboxes. They have, you can't discipline them in any way. Like with regular inmates, you 5-man team them up, and you forcibly extract them with the least amount of effort needed. Get them out of there. And I say it like that because that's how you have to write the statements, with the least amount of effort needed is a TDCJ term. We'll just say that. 17-year-olds, you can't do that. CPS has to be called if any type of use of force happens, and you'll get fired. You can't spray them with gas. You have gas with you on your right side. Well, if you're right-handed, it's on your right side, left hand on your left side. You can't spray them with gas. You can't punish them. You can't give them any type of disciplinary. You can't take away their Xboxes. You can't take away anything. No, thank you. That I would rather work, but because they're underage, but they're in Ellis units. Ellis unit is a prison, but they're trying to transition them to the big boy prison. But they go there when they're like 17 and like 10 months or something like that. Good night, Fran. Thank you for hanging out. I think I'm going to get off here because I'm going to go try to spend some time with my boys tonight. I think I've done enough prison talk. Before you know it, I'm gonna come on here and talk at prison. You'll know. You'll know. Good night, Fran. I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go to bed. And think about all of my prison time. Maybe I'll come in there with a story tomorrow about something. Good night, Alejandro Love Delivery. Good night, Alice. Good night, everybody. I will see y'all 6 o'clock in the morning, 6:30 in the morning. It's the Super Bowl tomorrow. We'll talk Super Bowl Sunday tomorrow. We're going to pregame all day. And then we're going to watch the game. Well, I'm not going to watch the game. You guys might watch the game. I'm not going to watch the game. I'm going to work. You guys can update me when the Chiefs win tomorrow. I will see y'all in a bit.